I'm Janelle.
I'm Brittany.
I'm Felicia.
And this is The Gathering.
Welcome back. Welcome. And for those who are new to us, welcome.
Yes.
So today is a really, really special, really fun one, y'all. It is Black History Month, okay?
Yes.
I just want to, it's okay. I'm not going
I
to,
was
but
trying to do a little
were
something, but
you?
I felt it. You were
felt
doing
it
it, and
too?
I was about to probably like a butterfly or something, but it's cool.
we'll save you guys from our random dance crowd breaks. But it is Black History Month. It is Black History Month 2020, which for some reason has a different kind of feel for me. And we just wanted to share with you guys some of the things that are important to us about Black History Month, about Black history, period, outside of the month, and what we're doing to celebrate, what thoughts we have about it, and just a couple different things. So, Brittany, what have you been doing this month to kind of celebrate?
Well, like the t-shirts are saying, I'm black every month. This month I am black and black.
Yes.
So at work we have been doing some really amazing things to celebrate Black History Month. So there was like kind of a museum of sorts of art and different contributions from our colleagues. We have a potluck coming up. We have recipe books that we're putting together across the different locations. And so I appreciate the fact that we are able to celebrate Black history at work. So I do it at home all the time. So that could be attending different services or watching movies or just doing things in the community. But then where we spend a lot of our working hours at work, I'm also able to celebrate. So I liked that we're able to do that, and I want to highlight that.
Absolutely. That's a really good one. What about you, Chloe?
That's awesome. I do think that as you get older, once you are out of school, out of college, it is more difficult to kind of, as opposed to at school, you have a kind of a built-in, like this is what we're doing this project, this paper, this report. If you have to kind of have a little bit more motivation to celebrate, to do things and go out there and find things to do as an adult. And that, I'll be honest, I could have been doing more this month, but I have time. Thank you. But I've watched movies. Like I said, work has been a great celebration. In addition to the potluck and the displays, we also have a board where we display different facts every day. And so I feel like every day I'm walking to work, I learn something different. And so if I learn something interesting, then I say, oh, I wish I knew more about this. And I'll go and like do my own research and kind of find out more information, the background story, or even like find something new to add to it that I found. So that's been my contribution thus far. It's been going great.
Absolutely. I would definitely say for me this month, I have been trying to focus in more on all things Black, talking to people about topics that affect Black people, whether they're comfortable or not about it. Gone to some Black-owned restaurants, which I really, really enjoyed. Maybe we'll tag one or two down below. Making sure that we also went to the movies. Okay, not to the Fire Stick, but to the movies to go see, to support and to go see movies with majority Black cast and Black stars, and just making sure that we are doing our part to put money back into the Black community. I think that's a really, really big factor. So that's what we've been trying to do. We've been also watching a lot of documentaries, which kind of got me fired up just a little bit, and just gaining some different information than what was taught when we were younger. I'm not gonna go all the way in there, but we're doing things. We're doing things, and there's time, like Brittany said, to keep doing things. So it's never too late. I'm one of the people who really believes that although dates are not necessarily what make things special, like Valentine's Day or Christmas or Black History Month, but at the end of the day, it's a reminder for you to show those emotions, show that same interest, that same intentionality. Past that.
Like you said, you were fired up now, so we want this this month to kind of fire us up
Right.
for the rest of the year and the rest of the years to come, with supporting our Black-owned businesses and supporting the Black films and Black TV shows, just supporting things that are Black, that represent us, that look like us, so that they will continue to thrive.
Yeah.
So this month is a great month as a I guess, what do you jump off or
Yeah,
something,
jump off.
or just like a kickoff of sorts.
Yeah.
Seriously, for what we hope to continue throughout the years to come. So we wanted to talk about a couple of things that are special to the gathering, a couple of talking points as it relates to Black history.
Yeah.
So, anybody who wants to start? Does it matter?
No.
I can start.
Okay.
So one of the things that we were kind of mulling over is those different projects that we had to do growing up for Black History Month, and how you came and you was Malcolm X, you were Harriet Tubman, and you had a whole speech. One of my absolute favorite projects is that you had to interview a family member or a friend who was old enough to remember the assassination of different civil rights, leaders and activists and what have you. And so I interviewed my grandmother about the assassination of Martin Luther King.
Nice.
And so, yeah, for those who don't know, my whole family is Jamaican. I am first generation American born. And so I'm interviewing my grandmother. I'm like, Grandma, do you remember when Martin Luther King was shot? And she had actually just moved from New York to Florida when she found out. So this is an old Jamaican woman, and she was like, oh my goodness, me remember. And she was really sad about it. I never talked to my grandmother about the civil rights movement because I didn't know how much she knew about it, being that she was coming from an island to up north and then coming back down south. So I didn't talk about it, but I remember how she said everybody at her church, which she's been a part of this church for about 40 years now. Everybody at the church was so heartbroken. And honestly, she wasn't fully familiar with who Martin Luther King was until he passed away, which is also another point. But anyway, she wasn't familiar with him until he passed away, and she remembered how down everybody was. And just to hear her talk about it really reminded me that even the people who were not directly affected by what he was doing or completely familiar with him felt the grief and felt the heaviness. Here is this Jamaican woman who knows not much about Martin Luther King, but she was completely affected. She remembered my grandmother has never driven, and she remembered riding home on the bus that day, and everybody on the bus was sad. And so that to me is a project I'll never forget.
Nice, that's nice. I like how it connects, it draws some connections throughout the generations.
Yeah.
And keeps those conversations relevant because it's not something that you would know yourself because you weren't allowed, but you have connections to someone who does. So I like that. That was cool.
Cool. That's really, really interesting. I think one of my favorite moments in Black history actually was recent. I think Stacey Abrams running for governor of Georgia was a really big moment for me. That was my very first year being able to vote as a resident of Georgia. And so I got my little sticker and everything. So that was really cool. My peach. I don't know. It was just something about her running just gave me so much hope because not only is she a black woman, but she is a black woman who is single.
Yes.
She's never been married. She has student loans. She was very I just felt a connection with her as somebody who you don't have to be old, you don't have to be married. You don't have to have all these, years. Although she does have a lot of years of experience, you don't have to have lots of money or to be an older Caucasian man in order to have an impact. That sometimes you want to see people who look like you and who have a similar struggle and journey as you actually make an impact, and that was just so impactful for me. As one of those recent moments in Black history. I think sometimes when you think about Black history, you think about Malcolm X or Dr. Martin Luther King, but Black history moments are happening all around you every day in 2020, in 2019, 2018. So yeah, that was very impactful.
Awesome. I love what you said about Black history moments still happening. So because it's history, but what we've done this morning, you know, can
Yeah,
be considered
sure.
history
Yeah,
because
for sure.
you know, the present moment. So I'd like to kind of think about what we're doing to contribute to Black history now.
Yeah.
Because as Felicia said, our history is chock full of moments of yesteryear and earlier today, and then tomorrow will contribute to Black history also. So I'd like to think that what we're doing here as the gathering is contributing to Black history. We are 3 Black therapists. We are 3 Black women in the community trying to make a positive impact, I think. We want to highlight the importance of wellness when it comes to your mental health, and I think that for sure is contributing to Black history because we are promoting the importance of being a well you, a whole you,
Yes.
and not neglecting any part of yourself and becoming your best self. And so what we're trying to do is better ourselves and then hopefully reach out and touch somebody that's out there watching us so that you are bettering yourselves as we continue to contribute to the history of our people.
Yeah.
And so what we're doing here is intentional, trying to make some huge strides to making our world a better place, starting within our community of Black people, women, Black women, and in the fields of mental health, the community of mental health. So I think that is our contribution.
I think it's a great contribution. I think it's a great contribution.
Agreed. And so I think that is a challenge to everybody is to do something every day
Every
that
day.
is a part of Black history. Because, you know, I always think like, what am I doing today that my nieces or my nephews or my little cousins like that they'll be reading about and studying about and reporting about,
Yes.
you know, in 20 years. So, you know, every day do something because you are a contribution to Black history.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And with that being said, we want to thank you guys for
Thank you so
joining
much.
us again. We are hopeful that your Black History Month will be powerful, that you'll do something dynamic in your friendships and your family, at your job, and that you'll remember the people who came before us and really worked hard to make the changes that we are enjoying living off of every single day.
Absolutely. So step by step. It does not have to feel huge every day, but just do something. Do something every day to better yourself, better your community, better your family, and that is all a part of Black history. That is your history. So own it. Own it as your history because it is contributing to the main goal of Black history. But your history, what mark are you leaving? How will we know that you were here? We want you to every day do something towards that goal. So on that note, we want to thank you for gathering with us on this Black History Day.
Yes.
And we just look forward to gathering with you.
Yeah. You guys have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.